Hey internet marketers, in today's video we're going to talk about how to use background images the right way on your website. I see a lot of people using images the wrong way. I'm Mike from MikeLucasOnline.com, and if it's your first time to my channel, I'd appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting, and if you find this video helpful, then hit the notification bell to keep updated for future videos. I've also dropped a link in the description below to a simple step-by-step blueprint that I'm using to take my affiliate marketing to the next level. So with that said, let's jump into my computer and I'm going to show you how to use background images on your website. So here we are inside my WordPress installation, Mike Lucas Online, and I have Thrive Architect loaded, and that's what we're going to use to build a page with the background on. So I've pre-built a page, website background images done right, and I've loaded it with Thrive Architect, and I've installed a blank page on there, and I got that page from the templates page that templates library that is inside of Thrive, and you access that over here on the right hand side, and you just no you don't you access that via this cloud here, and that takes you through to the template pages. I always get those two mixed up. And what I've done, I've selected a blank template, and there's 3 templates in that particular category, and this is the one I've selected with the green binding box around, and that's where I'll get that template from. And the reason I've selected this template is because it's already got a background element loaded to it, okay, and that's what we'll be using to insert our background image on. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do, this is what it'll be like when you've loaded it. Come back up to the background, click on it, left click, and you'll be see the style options, and we want to go to style options. Come on, where are you? Okay, here we are, style options, and you get the drop down list of options here on the main options. And what we need to do is make sure that this is selected. Content covers entire screen width. Make sure you got the green tick there, and that means that this your background image will cover the full width of your web page. Okay, so now we've got the template loaded, we've selected the width of that background. We now need to choose the right image, okay, and I'm going to show you a site first of all that I feel is lacking, and I've used this site as an example before, and if you're the owner, I'll apologise, but if you are the owner, please get in touch with me. And it's in the home improvement industry, and I use this as an example on not a very good way of doing a landing page, and I'll leave a link to that video up here, how you build a landing page correctly. And there's various things wrong with this, but we're just concentrating on the background image, that full image there, and as you can see, it's not very easy to read this text. They've got 3 colours going on. They've got red, white, and a blue link here that's barely legible, or at least it's barely legible to me, and the white text here is just lost in this background. Okay, you could use this background as it's slightly blurred out. I'm not going to use this background. I'm actually going to recreate this page Hope the owner doesn't mind. It won't be live on the internet unless you want it to be. As I said, contact me if you do. Right, so this is an example of not a very good website. So what we're going to do, we're coming back here and we're going to recreate it on this page. So what we need to do first of all is select the correct image, and then what we need to do, we need to optimize that image. So this is step one, selecting the correct image and optimizing it. Okay, so selecting the correct image. What you don't want is an image that's going to make your background, your headline, hard to read, such as that one. Okay, so there's something like this image here. I wouldn't choose this because there's too much going on in the background and too many different colours. It's going to make it difficult for you to overlay your headline text on there. Likewise, the one underneath it, there's far too much going on there with different colours. Is that a can of beer? Looks like it, doesn't it? Anyway, those I wouldn't pick. One that I would contemplate would be this one down here, which shows rulers, which is your visitor would see that's a ruler and it's home improvement, but more importantly, it's just that one background colour you have to contend with. So your headline would shine through on that particular background. And the image that I have chosen is this one here. Because the same reasons I've just explained with the measuring ruler there, it's basically one colour. So any headline you put on there is going to stand out. Okay, so to download that image, we left click on it and you come through to the download page. Just check when you get here the license that it is free for commercial use and you don't have to provide an attribution. Okay, so then we click on free download, left click, and the image that we wanted to select, or the size of the image that we want to select, is 1920 by 1280. Okay, it's already pre-selected, and then we just click download and select I'm not a robot, and then the green download button. Okay, I think I've already downloaded it. Yes, I have. So I'm not going to download it again. Okay, but what we do need to do, now we've downloaded our image and we've selected the right image subject to the criteria I've just laid out. Excuse me while I have a drink of tea. What we need to do next is come to this site called Tiny PNG, because what we're going to do now is reduce the file size of that image, and the reason that we're doing this is to help that image load faster on your site. Okay, images take longer to load than text, as you probably know, and to reduce that time we're going to reduce the size of the file. But we're also going to do another little trick in step 2 that will cover us just in case that image is a little bit slow loading or your visitor is on a slow connection. Okay, so what we need to do is come here. That's the image that I've downloaded from Pixabay, the woodworking plane, and drag that into there, and that has reduced that file size by nearly half. That's 41% smaller. So the chances of that image loading quickly have greatly increased now. Okay, so what we need to do is click download that smaller file, okay, and save it to your desktop. I've already done that, so I won't be saving it again. But we know that that image now is 41% smaller than it was originally. So we'll come back to our demo page. Okay, so we still got some work to do on this background first, so we select it again, and what we're going to do this time is come down to background style, select that, and what we're going to do is load a background color, and we're going to select a color similar to the color of the image, which was like a brownish type color. And the reason we're doing that is if that image doesn't load before the text or at the same time, you've got a dark background there that will display your text, and then the image will load. Now I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to click that, select a colour, and I'm going to go for probably a darkish grey. I think will do me, based on the fact that that image was a brownish type colour, wasn't it? Okay, so we select that first layer, a darker colour mask. Okay, do that first. Okay, so now we've got a background colour mask there that will display our text if our image is slightly slower loading. Okay, so the next step we need to do is, let me just apply that colour, and whilst I'm down here as well, slightly off screen I think for you, let me just see if I can pull that down a tad. Save work. Okay, so I'll click save changes. So what we need to do now is upload our image. So we come here, background styles again, and we select the image icon, and then we will come down here where it says image, and we will choose our image, and there it is. Now once you've selected your image, come over to the right hand side in the WordPress media library and ensure that at the bottom here of the editing pane that full size is selected. Okay, and that will give you a nice large image, and then click the blue button, insert into post, and there it is. Okay, don't worry about that height just yet, because we are going to sort that out in a step further down the line. Okay, so we've got first mask layer, a darker colour that will display our text if the image is slightly slow loaded, and now on top of that layer we have our image. Okay, so don't forget to apply your changes. So we come down here, selected the image, image is loaded, apply, and save work. Okay, so now style and options, main section, the height of your image, we can adjust that over here on the left hand side, and we just drag it, okay, to whatever we want it. Now between 700 and 800 pixels works nice, so I'm going to put 750 in there, see what it looks like, and I'm quite happy with that headline underneath there, and that gives us room to put our benefit driven headline across this image. Yeah, I think 750 works well, and you can see we've got the content covers the entire width. That's a nice image for a web page. Okay guys, as you can see now we've got that lovely image. So what we need to do now is get your benefit driven headline onto this image. So we need to come over to the right hand side and select add an element, which is the plus sign. Now I'll get mixed up with the cloud and the plus. This is definitely the element one. select that, and we just need a text element, so we drag that across, and there we have it. Okay, now I'm going to just use this headline here, making a, can we, yeah, copy that. Let's just I'll put that in here. Okay, now you can't see that at the moment because it's the wrong colour, so we need to change that to a nice white, and we do that up here in the main options, colour. I'm just going to select white, and that's really going to stand out lovely. So they on this side here, I don't think, let's deselect it, I don't think this red works. You lose it across this different colour. That's what I was saying about having different colours. You got like this grey, yellow, white, and like an off-coloured white here, black, and you're losing your text as you work through it. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so we've got our text in here, and let's just centre it within our box, and just get this drop down ribbon that comes here. Just select centre, and heading 1, just make sure it's heading 1. It's going to change colour. Let's put another line underneath here. What did it say? Love conversions. Let's just drop that down there. That's better. Versions are reality. Now don't forget to come down here and apply and save your work. Okay, so now we've got our image and we've got our benefit driven headline over our image. Okay guys, so we have our image, our headline. Now if you want to make edits on your headline, just select it, and you know you got your green binding box around, and you know you can adjust certain text heights and spacings down here, the line spacing. You can just drag that down if you don't want that as close to there, and likewise with this you can drag that up. But for this tutorial I'm just going to leave those both at 0, because what I want to show you now is if you wanted to center this text in the middle of your image, select your background, okay, and you come down here, vertical position, and that will move that in the middle of your image. Okay, I'm going to select that text again, and I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, making loft conversions. Can we do that one as well? Yeah, we'll do that one. A reality. And there we have it. That's slightly bigger. Okay. Right. I'm happy with that. So let's go back to our sample. See how small the text is, and you're losing the white there compared to what we've got here. But even this still is, it's losing something, it's missing something, and that's what we're going to address in the next step and make your headline really stand out and take people's attention. Okay, so this is the next step. We're going to put a mask over this image, another layer, and I guess in marketing terms this would be regarded as the secret sauce. This is what's going to make this headline stand out compared to this. This is what most people do with their home pages. They put an image on that's too busy, too many colours, too much going on in the background, and the text just does not stand out. You're losing your message and you're losing visitors along with it. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, okay. So the next step, I want you to select your background image, and you know you got your background, you got your breadcrumb trail up here. That's your landing page, that's your basic page, okay? And left click on the background and you'll see it come up there in the ribbon at the top. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down on the right hand side again, style and options. Did you see that change from the landing page? You get your options come up when you select the background section, and we're going to come down here and we're going to select another color, okay? And I'm going to select black, leave it on black, but what we're going to do, okay, we're going to get the opacity, slide it down, that's 50%. This is quite a dark background already, so the opacity I think needs to be around there. Okay, now your benefit driven headline is standing out, but you've still got a relevant image here that you can see. And you know, you might disagree with me, you might say, well, you know, that's good enough. And what's that, 61%? Let me take that up to 70. I think 70 is, yeah, too dark. But you get what the idea of what's going on here. You take your visitors' initial focus off the background image onto your headline, what you want to convey to them, and you've still got a fantastic looking home page there. So I'm going to apply that, okay, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to save work. Okay, so what I'm going to do also, now I've just saved that work, I'm going to come across here and we're going to deal with this section in a moment. This is the desktop, this is the iPad, this is the mobile. I'm going to come back and deal with those in a moment, but for now we're just going to preview it as it would be on the web. And yeah, maybe that background image, oh, I quite like that. The important bit is you're getting your headline out here, what you want to tell people, what you want them to know. You're not selling images. Image does provoke emotions, we know that, but you're not an image company, you're an off conversion company in this case. So I'm going to close that page out and come back to the editing mode. Okay, so we've seen what it looks like on the web as it would be on your home page. Let's go and optimize it now for iPad and mobile. So we'll come down here, select the mobile icon, and as you can see, that's not very good at all. So we need to address this display on the mobile. So let's select that text and main options, and we're going to, okay, that doesn't look very good at all. So let's select the text, we've got the blue binding box around it, that's green, oops, text, and come over here, section height, and we will slide that down a little bit, the text. So if we select the text and we will drag it, the sizing button down here on the right hand side, you can see we've got the text option, and I think that looks pretty neat at that. Okay, one other setting that you need to be aware of, and that is the image offset setting. I think this one has come out okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the desktop view, and if we select the image here, we get a setting box there that can position the image offset. At the moment it's set for the center, so whether we're on desktop, that image is set to the center, iPad it's set to the center, and the desktop, if I was to set it to the left, then you would get this left hand part of the image showing. Likewise, top right, you'd get the top right of the image showing. I'm not going to mess with that because that's the way I like it, set in the middle. So I'm just going to click apply just to make sure that those settings are applied, and save the work. And I'm going to come down here, preview it as it would be on a home page or on the web, and that is perfect. I'm going to close that window out, and we're going to have a look at the mobile. I think that looks great. So you can adjust all this if you like. Likewise with the iPad, I think that's perfect, set right in the middle of that image. And of course the desktop. Okay, let me just demo that offset for you just so that you can see exactly what's happening. We're going to select the top left hand, okay, and I'm going to apply that. I'm going to save it, and let's go and view the mobile. Can you see what I mean? It's, you got more of the left hand of the image showing, which isn't actually showing the plane on that image, the wood plane. You can see it a bit more clear there on the iPad. Desktop, let's go and preview that, and I can always put it back to the center, which, I mean, it hasn't really made that much difference to the desktop. It's mainly mobile and your iPad that would see those changes more. So I'm going to select this again. I'm going to, I'll tell you what, let's do the top right. Can you see that change? So that's how the image aligns, either left, right, top, bottom. I mean, in this case, this wood plane image fits in nicely in the center of the page on the iPad and on the mobile. So I'm going to save those changes, and that's perfect. One other point to bear in mind on the mobile is that you may decide not to have your image display. You may decide just to have that solid colour that we first put there, if you recall. Oops, go out, where are we? Which was the solid colour dark grey, and don't have your image displaying on the mobile, and that's purely for a speed reason, because obviously on mobile it takes a little bit longer to load an image. Okay, so I think that's it for today. You've just learned how to install a background image on your home page, and the two little editing tricks or formatting tricks to make it, or make your headline stand out more. And I'm sure you would agree that compared to that would look a far better homepage and to grab people's attentions. So I'm Mike from MikeLucasOnline.com. I hope you found that video helpful to you. If you did, hit the notification bell, keep yourself updated for future videos like this. Don't forget, check out the link in the description below to see what I'm doing to take my affiliate marketing to the next level. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.